Hey y'all, out here at Ricky Bobby's custom shop in Manchester, Tennessee. Y'all may know Ricky from the show Rebel Road. It's a new show coming out on Discovery, and he built a they called it a rat rod, but these things are way too nice to be called rat rods, but kind of a traditional hot rod in 28 days for that show. So we're gonna shoot that today. It's a 29 Ford, and it's got a Cadillac motor in it, but it's really a small block Chevrolet. I'll give you a tip to that, but it looks like a Cadillac motor, but it's a very cool car. And anyways, let me get Ricky run down and we'll take a look at it. Ricky, how are you, brother?
Pretty good. How about you, Scotty?
Not too bad. Tell me a little bit about this hot rod.
This little thing's a 28 Ford, two-door sedan. We chopped it about 9.5 inches. It's been shortened 3 inches. We channeled it 3 inches. Frame's custom made, motor mounts, every piece on it's custom made basically.
So when somebody, again, some of my followers are not hot rod aficionados. When we say that we've channeled something, you've actually taken this chassis and moved it up into the body so that the body hangs over it, right?
Yeah, it's been channeled, but the difference in our channeling and everyone else's is, let me open the door here for you and let you take a look at it.
All right.
I actually put a it's channeled, but it has a skid plate under it, so we get all of our headroom back. Most people would put their floorboard up on top,
right,
and build off of that. So you would be, then you've got to set your seat up on top of the frame. So mine's not really channeled; it's just basically hiding the floor.
I gotcha.
It's got more of a, it's just got a little butt pad there, and it's down in a hole, so it gives me 6 inches of foam to sit on.
Right.
But it's just like I'm sitting on the floor.
Makes it easier to get into, I would think, right?
Oh yeah.
Gives you as much of that opening of that door.
Yeah, somebody 6'2" could easily drive this car, 6'3". This little car is a car that we did for Rebel Road. It was a TV show. It was played on Discovery Channel. It's a theme car. It's really dirty right now because I drove it to Nashville in the pouring rain 2 times this weekend to the Good Guys show.
And just so people know a little bit about Ricky, when he's at a show, if you want to sit in one of his cars, he'll open the door and let you sit in his car.
Oh yeah.
These things are not, they are works of art, but he doesn't treat them like national treasures. He treats them like automobiles, hot rods.
Oh yeah, this thing's still a car at the end of the day. I mean, it's not a trailer queen. It's just a beater. If any of you saw the show Rebel Road, you know that we drug this car out of a creek, and everybody's going to say, well, that's a bunch of BS, or this is TV drama,
Right.
Well, I took a panel off just to show everybody how rough this car was.
Oh, that's rust up underneath there.
Oh, it was, yeah. And we sandblasted it down, and about the only thing we had left was the bead line up. We reskinned the doors, we reskinned the quarters, and while we were reskinning the quarters, if you look behind there, we deleted the wheel well, just to make it look more like an airplane and smooth and kind of just looks like it's
boxed in the body too.
Yeah,
right?
For support. All around it always has been boxed for support to keep the quarters from flopping or anything.
Right.
Up top, the car's got a Nissan Quest van top in it.
If that wasn't so cool, I complained that you put import parts in an American hot rod, but no, that's cool. That's a real sunroof.
It's kind of nice to have this sunroof so that when you pull up at the red lights or something, either you or whoever's riding with you can see the red light.
Right.
If not, you feel like you're in a tunnel,
Trying to climb out the front window.
You kind of need a sunroof or some way to take the top off.
Is that really a Cadillac motor in it?
No, the car's got a 98 Vortec motor in it. It's what I chose because it's really dependable. It does have an old set of looking Cadillac valve covers. This car was built on a theme, so it's a Johnny Cash theme. That's why it had a microphone shifter. It looks like a 59 Cadillac motor, kinda. Not really, but I mean, we kinda, got the color and the scheme kinda. Throws a lot of people off. But the car's got a 32 headlights, 32 grille. It's got some really cool wheels that Jimmy McLean made for me out in Fresno. They're Defco milk truck wheels. They've got 39 Ford caps on them, and they've got a wire wheel cap off of a older Cadillac. I think it's about a 56, or I may be wrong, but I mashed those 2 caps together, put it on the lathe, turn them down, put 2 caps together. He spun them down for me and made them 3 inches and 5.5 in the back. Just a really neat little wheel.
So those were big, heavy-duty, like semi-truck wheels.
Yeah,
before.
Defco. It was a milk truck, is what it was. Wheel. Most of the time, you see them on 32 Fords. A lot of traditional, jalopies has got them on there. Kind of is out of place on this car, but I like them a lot.
No, I don't think so. I think it's very cool, especially when you know a little bit about the theme of the car. Then yeah, you would never guess those were milk truck wheels, though. I mean, they just look like a really cool wheel. And then you've come back and put a silver pinstripe and a gold pinstripe, two different colors on there.
Mark Peters up in North Carolina did that for me. Awesome artist, awesome. He really, man, he sat down there and done that thing in about 5 minutes. He's amazing guy.
Open this door. Let me see from this side. You say there's a microphone gear shift. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you got to watch out for all my trash in here. All my.
Yeah, it's all cashed out. Look at that. That's what.
Yeah,
it's
that's
called.
the name of it because it was a Johnny Cash theme. We went, kind of did an outlaw theme on this car, and Johnny Cash is, since we're from close to Nashville, we went for a music theme on this car. It's definitely banged up in corners. There's paint coming off and everything else, but it gets the tar drove out of it.
I can't believe you did that in 28 days. I do believe you did it because you told me you did, and I've come to appreciate that you wouldn't pull my leg. It took 3 months. They just cut it down to 28 days.
Well, there was 3 of us, and I'm gonna tell you, we didn't sleep.
Did you work on it here?
Yes, we almost all got a divorce, but we got it done, and
you didn't put a third brake light. Everybody wants to put one of those in, or did you?
No, it's got a pretty
ring
neat
light.
Yeah, the little light. It's actually my last name is Brown. Everybody calls me Ricky Bobby.
Right.
But the name of the light is a brown, so it was kind of cool. I picked it up at a local, either a swap meet. I think I got it at the antique mall, and it says stop on it. It's pretty cool.
So this down here too, though, is that original or is
Yeah.
that? Is you flanged that? No.
It's original. We did weld it up, so that it wouldn't have a split there. A lot of times it's just like a sub rail to hold the car.
Okay.
This car does have disc brakes all the way around it. It's got Corvette master cylinder. It's got a Contour steering wheel on it.
All that in the cowl then?
What's that?
Master cylinder and all that stuff.
On this car, it's actually under the frame on this car. We didn't hide it under the cowl like on my other car.
Is that what you normally do? Because I don't know. Is that? I mean, is there real space to use there, or is that just?
No. Yeah, we always put it under the frame.
I gotcha.
It's a lot easier to run the brake lines a lot of times, but on a car that we're doing a standard shift, we'll put a 90-degree
What
master
training
cylinder.
are you running in this?
This car's just got a standard 350 turbo. It's got an 8.8 rear end out of a Crown Vic. It's got like a 273 gear and 33-inch tall tires, so it really loves going fast. It's got a Vega steering box. Just a pretty basic little hot rod.
I love it. I love these little wheels too. These little tires, they remind me of bicycle tires, but they're bigger, right?
Yeah, they're just motorcycle tires.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I choose them because, the poundage on them, what they rate at, it's about the same as this car. This car weighs about almost 2,000 pounds. And they're really smooth compared to a car tire.
Right. So they work better for this application.
This
They're
car
designed to be narrow like that. No.
Oh, yeah. And this car doesn't have a wheel weight 1 on it, and I've went around Charlotte Motor Speedway at 125 in it.
No kidding.
Yeah, they let us get out there and play in it, and it had way, way, way more, but the tires is only rated for like 104.
Right.
I thought, 20 over would probably might ought to
No sense in becoming
simmer it
a
down.
video, right?
Yeah.
No, I love what you do with these with your frames too. That is cool. Now, do you actually take a solid piece and drill holes in them, or is that boxed in?
We take a single piece of sheet metal, and we'll keyhole each hole with a keyhole, and they all get welded together. And it's tapered. You have to step around front to see it, but it starts at 1 inch and it goes to 2.25 in the back, and we only do that just because it's a little different. And it's not just a piece of box tubing that way,
but it flows. It makes it look more stylish. It makes it look like it flows better to me.
Yeah, it's 4 pieces of material, like I said though, and it's all been welded. Each hole has to be welded up and sleeved. That's the hardest part of the car, is getting the frame done. That's the most time consuming.
But at the end of the day, it's the thing that people probably talk to you the most about. They like that one feature on it. Every car you do.
Everybody wants to buy just the frame rails.
I bet they do. I bet they do. Brother, that's a cool car, man. I don't get to shoot a lot of TV stars like yourself, but
Shoot, I wouldn't say that now.
but folks, I'm going to tell you, Ricky is just a humble, down-to-earth guy. All these guys are. They just got a little shop here in Manchester, Tennessee. They've been turning out. How long do you say you've been turning out hot rods?
About 7 years we've been thrashing at them.
And you figure you've probably built what, 50, 60 of them?
I wished. I've built a few. I'd rather not say how many I've done, but
There's a few out there.
Yeah, there's a few.
Cool. Ricky, anything else you want? Any shout outs we want to give? Anything on that?
My guys at the shop, Aaron Dugan and Nathan Coker. Aaron does some mad fabricating, and Nathan is just wicked good on the body work. And
Very cool.
I couldn't do any of these cars without him.
It's cool the three of you work well together, get along just fine.
Oh yeah, we're like family.
Throughout that whole show, I guess they probably wanted you all to get at each other's throats at times, and yeah, it's probably a little rough to do. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah,
that's why I wouldn't want to be.
They would have loved for us to throw wrenches and act crazy, but
right.
it kind of bothered them because we kind of laugh at everything, even if it's a mistake.
Cool. Brother, I appreciate it. Thanks so much for letting me come out. You got a website if people want to check out your stuff?
Yeah, it's Ricky Bobby's Rod Shop. .com, and then we have Facebook. It's the exact same. Get on there and check it out. We've got, there's a couple pictures on there. On my Facebook, I try to upload every night if I can of the progress on the new builds that we're doing, so that people can actually see, what we got going on in the shop and kind of see how fast that we go through the projects.
Right, to kind of verify, because most people, especially people in the game, will call BS on a lot of these build times
For sure.
that you're talking about.
For sure.
Because you got to understand to build one in 28 or 35 days is not impossible, but to build one and make it look like that.
Well, you got to have the parts for one, or at least the parts to be available. And two, you got to have a good team, or know where you're going. And it's a total different deal when you're a guy out there working for every dollar,
Right.
When you're going in knowing you're going to build this car and you've got the money sitting there, you can do a car pretty quick, But at the same time, we're all about being as safe as possible. A lot of times we'll drill even on the bones and stuff. We'll drill holes and put Carter keys in them. Just a lot of extra stuff that we don't have to do, but just because, these cars in general get a bad name because
Right.
people assume
They're
that
thrown
just
together.
because they're not painted,
Right.
that, and a lot of them's not painted, and they instantly assume that they're thrown together or they're clunker,
Nobody cared about the build,
Yeah, and not everybody can see what's under this car. I mean, this thing's 4-bar coilovered, adjustable coilovers. I think it's 8-way. Man, that thing will get on the interstate and run 85 idling all day long.
That thing's a race car of the day.
Basically.
I mean, back in the day, we would have made a race car out of that, and it would have never had this level of stuff done to it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, and like I said, we've talked about it. The name that you put on a car really doesn't matter. All
No.
Ricky and I do is care if you think it's cool. And if you don't think it's cool, then keep walking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's all you can do.
That's
if you
all
don't,
you can do.
if you don't like it, go find one you do.
That's it. Well, Ricky, it has been a pleasure coming out here and talking to you today. I'm going to make one quick lap around both these cars just because I want to get a kind of let them see them far back. So
There you
again,
go.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you coming out.
Folks, there you go. That is just one cool car. And everybody loves these. I know they do. And when I first started doing this channel, I didn't spend a lot of time on the rat rods, traditional hot rods, because I was finding, I was ignorant. I was thinking I was finding stuff that was finished or whatever. And when you find out that these cars are finished, and let me show it to you, let me look at it, and you really see the detail and the thought process that goes into building one of these cars, it's cool. I mean, it's just cool. And I know y'all like them. So again, how cool is that? Out here at Ricky Bobby's Rod Shop, checking these things out. Made a new contact in Nashville. Good builder, got the right attitude, builds a quality product, and gonna make it available for me to bring to you all, which is always cool. So anyways, hope you all have liked it. Again, from Ricky Bobby's Rod Shop in Manchester, Tennessee. See ya.
me and my husband saw it on the TV show.
I don't blame you. It's
It's
a
cool.
cool car, isn't it?